Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge 2023. And you know what, Ted, I want to talk to you today about the new GOP-led House of Representatives. But before I get there, and I was part of this because I traveled over the New Year's, this holiday airline debacle that was led by Pete Buttigieg. I mean, really, in America in 2023, that we are that poorly prepared for something that everything I've read, he was warned of this. What's your take on that before we get into the GOP-led House?
Well, once again, this Pete Buttigieg condition is the manifestation of cultural abandonment by Uncle Sam. You do not get a job for the United States government based on qualifications, excellence, work ethic, and expertise. You get it. You get a job in the United States of America government if you're weird and you don't accomplish anything, if you're in charge of the border, but you refuse to go there. And while they're pouring in by the millions, you claim that it's secured.
Yeah.
This guy, this is the perfect example that President Biden is basically the czar of freaks. You have to be a freak to work for the United States government. All those good employees out there that might be offended by that, if you're not blowing the whistle when someone gets a job because of the color of their skin or their gender confusion or their cross-dressing or their drag queen perversion, if you don't voice against that, they think you're for it. And I know there's the danger of getting fired, but this Southwest Airlines under Buttigieg, it is just a royal cluster whack, and we need to speak up. There's so many examples, Keith, where we, the people, can voice our opposition and outrage at the conduct of the United States government. And this is just one glaring and painful example that if you don't speak out against it, your silence is you're okay. And I know we're not okay with this. So this is a horrible condition.
And you know what, Ted, you talk about, getting a job on merits, kind of like old Sam Brinton in the nuclear waste division of the Biden cabinet.
Exactly.
The flights that did go, he was at the airport stealing luggage. Any which way. But his skirt matched his heels. So I guess it's okay. Okay, let's move on. So we got the GOP-led House of Representatives. Okay. A lot of possibilities here. Okay. So they're all listening right now to you, Ted. What should they do and what should they avoid?
Well, I've seen their agenda and I support their agenda. Energy dominance, secure the borders, get the hell out of Ukraine and concentrate on quality of life in the United States of America. Once again, stop with this IRS jackbooted thuggery downgrade. I've seen their agenda and I support them. But again, we have to be very careful. When we see them say good thing, when we see a Republican say a good thing, you can't just nod in agreement on the sidelines. You've got to get in their face and let them know that we see their list of upgrades and that we're going to hold them accountable. But we can't become discouraged. Look at me. I just turned 74 and I am so energized. I suppose it might be the venison. It might be Mrs. Nugent. It might be that I'm riding the stallion of truth, logic, and common sense, not into the sunset, but into the sunrise. So everybody, find that spirit, that hellraiser, that we the people spirit within, and be sure you voice your support for good things and then demanding that they actually accomplish the agenda they've put forth.
Are there any investigations that you think the House should do? Yeah. And are there some investigations that probably would be fruitful, but you would be, hey, let's do that last or avoid it? What's first? What's last?
I would put, I'm sorry I didn't put this first because, yes, energy dominance is essential. Secure borders is essential. Tax accountability is essential because there's none right now. But number one, free the victims of the January 6th jackbooted thuggery. Let these men out of these gulags and start acting like the United States of America instead of a third world, and then go after Ray Epps, who is guilty on film, just like the rioters in 2021 and 2022 that were burning down cities, and they get treated as if they jaywalked, while someone who didn't even do anything is being raided at their home at gunpoint. So I would say getting down to the January 6th truth and holding the Liz Cheneys and the gangsters, Kissinger and all these Democrats that are just on a maniacal hate Trump, guard the deep state scam criminality. That's what the January 6th committee represented. They are protecting the criminals in the government while they attack and lie and hate and falsely charge and accuse Donald Trump, who made America great, strong, safe, secure, and prosperous. The January 6th committee is about the deep state protecting their criminal empire. Say it loud, say it proud.
Well, that seems to be the top thing that needs to be investigated. I agree with you when it comes to that, Ted. All right, tomorrow, you and I are going to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Nightly Nuge and the numbers of folks that we have reached. It's astronomical. We'll talk about all that tomorrow night right here on another edition of the Nightly Nuge.
Say hallelujah. God bless real America. I love you, real Americans. You are me. I am you.